Unit 10, Lesson 1. The title is Number Properties. Before we talk about the number properties and variables, we need to understand what the difference between a variable and a number. So as you can see, a variable is a symbol for a number we don't know yet. It's usually a letter like X or Y. So, for example, let's say in this lesson today, I am telling you that X equal 2. Maybe tomorrow, X will be 100. Maybe another teacher will use X as -2. So as you can see, the variable change in every lesson, in every day. But the number, it's standard. The 2 today, tomorrow is 2, in 100 years is 2. So the number is standard, but the variable, we can change it every minute, every day, depend on which quiz you are doing, and so on. So as you can see, the variable, we replace it with a symbol like X or Y or B or A, whatever you like. So this is the difference between variable and a number. So let's start our first lesson. Properties for numbers also apply to variables. So any properties for numbers, it apply for the variable. So let's see the first one, adding 0. From grade 3, from grade 2, we know adding 0 does not change the number. So 4 plus 0, it will give me 4. What about variable? If I have variable n, if I add it to 0, the answer is n. Or if I'm adding 0 at the beginning to x, the number will be x. So as you can see, adding 0 does not change the variable. Multiply by 0. When 0 is a factor, the product is always 0. 4 times 0 equals 0. Same thing for variable. If I have x and I multiply it by 0, the answer will be 0. If I take 0 and I multiply it by another variable, which is y, again the answer is 0. So whatever for numbers, it also applies for variables. Multiplying by 1. When 1 is a factor, the product is always the other factor. So 4 times 1, it's 4. This is what we know from previous year, that it's the other factor. So again, what about 1 times y? The answer is going to be y. What about b times 1? The answer is b. So again, whatever we can do it with the numbers, we also apply it to variables. Order of addition and multiplication, when you add or multiply, the order does not matter. As you can see, the first example here, 4 plus 2 equals 6. If I change the order of the 4 and 2, and I'm saying 2 plus 4, again, it's the same answer, 6. What about multiplication? 4 times 2 equals 8. The same thing, if I switch between 4 and 2, and I say 2 times 4, again, it's going to give me the same answer. The same thing for the variable. So if I have, let's say, a plus b, this is exactly like b plus a, the same value. Or if I decide a times b, it's gonna equal to the same value of b times a. There is no difference of order. The last thing, distributive property. We need to understand that. For numbers, when I multiply 4 by 2 plus 3, I start to multiply 4 by 2, 4 by 2. I keep the same operation, which is plus, and I say 4 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 2 equal 8. 4 times 3 equal 12. 12 plus 8 equal 20. The same thing exactly for variable. So let's say I have an example, a, b plus c. First of all, there is a multiplication here. From previous lesson we said if we leave it blank, that means it's multiplication. So again, for this multiplication I have to use a distributive property. So a times b, ab, plus a times c, ac. Done. Now we need to understand 8 times b plus c equal ab plus ac. Can we do that with a diagram? Can we illustrate it as a diagram? Yes. Let's see this diagram and you will understand what I mean to illustrate this relation. Let's say that I'm looking for the area of the large rectangle. So again, I'm gonna say I'm looking for area of rectangle, and I mean by rectangle the big one. If you see, we know that area of rectangle equal length times width, or width times length, the same. So the width is what? A times the length. The length here is b plus c, and this will lead to, because we said we don't need the multiplication, so it's gonna lead to a b plus c, and I'm gonna name this relation number 1. Okay, let's see another way how we can do it with another way. The same thing, I'm gonna say the area of rectangle, but I'm gonna use another strategy. I'm gonna say the area of rectangle equal the area of rectangle A plus the area of rectangle B. It's the same. Okay, area of rectangle A, we know length by width or width by length. So if we look carefully to rectangle A, we'll see that A multiplied by B is going to be my area. Width times length. This is for rectangle A. Plus, what about the area of B? Again, the width by the length, so A by C. So again, A times C. And we take this one as relation number 2. Now it's clear that 1 equal 2 because we are saying the area of the same rectangle. So A, open bracket, B plus C, at the end it's going to equal to AB plus AC. And from this relation, we demonstrate that this relation is correct. That when we distribute A and we multiply it by B and we add it to A by C, it's the same value as this one. So left side equal to the right side. Again, for this one, number 1 equal number 2 to demonstrate that these two are equal. So this was a lesson about the number properties, and we said that we can apply it for the variable. So let's continue lesson 2, unit 10 next time. Thank you.